Now we will discuss how will be the graph look like of a quadratic function. Okay. So quadratic function is y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c are all constant. So depending upon the value of a, the graph will be look like either in this form or in this form. This shape is called the parabolic shape. When a is greater than 0, our curve will look like this. When a is less than 0, our curve will look like this. Okay. Now we know that for the quadratic expression, discriminant is b square minus 4ac. This value we call the discriminant of the quadratic expression. Depending on the value of discriminant, we will locate where our graph is situated related to x-axis. Okay, that means if b square minus 4ac is greater than equal to 0, so when a is greater than 0, if this is x-axis, our graph will be like this form. Okay, when a is greater than 0 and this is x-axis. Okay, and if a is less than 0 and it is the x-axis, the graph will be of this form, x-axis, when a is less than 0. So when b square minus 4ac, that means the discriminant is greater than 0, then the curve will intersect x-axis. Okay, when a is greater than 0, shape will be of this form. When a is less than 0, shape will be of that form. But they, in both cases, they intersect our x-axis. Okay, and now if discriminant is 0, okay, then it touches x-axis when a is greater than 0. This is x-axis. X when a is less than 0. Okay, and if b square minus 4ac less than 0, so in that case our graph will be in this form, and here this is x-axis, and here this will be in this form. So in that case the curve doesn't intersect or touch x-axis. In that case also it doesn't touch or intersect x-axis. So depending on the value of b square minus 4ac, we can locate our graph relative to x-axis. Okay, so here you see that if we compare this with the general equation of quadratic function, we will see here that a is 2 here, b is minus 12 here, and c is 18 here. Okay, so first of all we can see that a is 2, that means greater than 0. So how will be our graph look like? That means in this way. Okay, now we will find its discriminant, that means b square minus 4ac. So here we see minus 12 square minus 4 into 2 into 18. So that is 144 minus, that is also 144. So this is 0. So discriminant become here 0. That means it will touch the x-axis. Okay, so from this we can conclude our graph will be of this form and it will touch x-axis. Now we will see where it touches x-axis and how will be the curve look like. So for this we will factorize it first. So if we factorize it first, what will be? 2 is going outside and this becomes x square minus 6x plus 9. So here 2, and we can see here this is x square minus 2 into 3x plus 3 square. So it can be represented 2 into x minus 3 whole square. So it is factorized in a square form. Okay. So here we can see that if it touches x-axis. X-axis means y is equal to 0. If we put y is equal to 0, this become 2 into x minus 3 whole square equal to 0. This gives us x minus 3 is equal to 0. This gives us x equal to 3. So when y is equal to 0, x equal to 3. That means that curve touches x-axis at the point 3, 0. Okay. Our curve will be, this is x, this is y, and so it is touches x-axis at the point 3, 0. Okay. Now the next problem is the quadratic function is given y is equal to 2x square minus 2x minus 12. Okay. So first we compare it with the general equation and we can say here a is equal to 2. That means greater than 0. So our curve will look like this. Okay. Now we will factorize this as before. So 2 is common here, x square minus x minus 6. So we take 2 here. So if we factorize it, it becomes 2x minus 3 into x plus 2. Okay. So if we take y is equal to 0, this gives us either x equal to 3 or x equal to minus 2. Okay. So the points on the x-axis will be 3, 0 and minus 2, 0. So first of all we have seen as 2 is greater than 0, our graph will be of this form, and where it touches x-axis we have got. So we can now draw the graph here. So here this is origin, x-axis, y-axis, this become, so it touches x-axis at the point 3, 0. So here 1, 2, 3, this 3, 0, and another point is minus 2, 0. So that is 1, 2, here it is minus 2, 0. So the graph will be of this form. Okay. So one thing we can conclude here, if the given expression can be factorized, then it touches x-axis. Okay. If it may be touches or intersect. It may, if it there is one point we can get, then it touches x-axis, and if we get 2 points, that means it intersects x-axis. Okay. You remember one thing, that we cannot factorize the quadratic form, quadratic expression, then we have to represent this as in the form of a x minus h whole square plus k. Okay, we have to represent this. If we cannot factorize this, we should represent this in that form. And if a is greater than 0, then our curve will be of this form, and this point is the minimum point, and it should be, if we represent it in this way, it should be hk. Okay, and if a is less than 0, and then our curve will be of this form, and that will be the maximum point, and in that case it is again hk. Okay, let us take some example here. Okay, so our quadratic function is given y is equal to minus 2x square minus 4x plus 5, and we can see here we cannot make factorize it. Okay, how we will draw the graph. Okay, so here you see, if you take minus 2x square minus 4x, and we are taking here minus 2. So as we have taken here minus 2, so we have to take here plus 7. Okay, so plus 7 minus 2, it gives us 5. Okay, so why we have taken? Now look at this. If we consider this portion, this is, we are taking minus 2 outside. So minus 2. What is left? X square plus 2x plus 1 and plus 7 in outside. Okay, from these three terms we have taken minus 2 common and taking it outside. So now look at this. This becomes minus 2, and it becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square. So we can write it as x plus 1 whole square plus 7. Okay, as it is, if we cannot factorize this, we are representing this in that form, a into x minus h whole square plus k. So if we now compare these two, what we will get? We will get a is here minus 2, h is here minus 1, and k is here 7. So first of all, as a is minus 2, so our graph will be look like. So what we will get here? Maximum point or minimum point? Maximum point. And which is the maximum point? From here, what we know maximum point? hk. So from here we can get maximum point minus 1, 7. Okay. So our graph will be of the form this is 0, 0. So minus 1, 7. This is minus 1, 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like in that point. This is our minus 1, 7. So in that point, the maximum point of the curve will exist. So here the graph will be like this. Okay. So this is the approx figure of our graph. We will draw it more appropriately by more calculation. So up to this, you just have to know how to draw the graph to find the maximum or minimum point, and what will be the shape of this of your quadratic function. That's all.